What's going on, everybody? KKM here, and I have an absolutely insane video for you guys here today. Today we're going to be talking about the zombies timeline. We're going to be talking about a lot of things about the giant. So be ready because this video is going to be extremely confusing with the timeline. There's a graph. And before I start this video, I want you guys to go over and subscribe to Rad Austin's 27. I'll link his channel down below, and I'll also link two videos that are just really amazing. Really, all of his videos are amazing, and he's got some insane zombie theories. But really, there's so much that I have to talk about in this video, so I'm going to start off with this.
You must awaken the test subjects. You must awaken.
I don't know if you guys oh my god, I can't speak. But I don't know if you guys heard that, but Takeo said, you must awaken the test subjects. So that was back in the Giant trailer. He was talking to the Nazi Richtofen, saying, you must awaken the test subjects, and that is this right here. So here you see, you've got the first log entry. This one, I do believe, is from Call of the Dead. And this is talking about how Nikolai smells like urine. And this is actually, I think this is when they're talking about how the Mexican died. And his spleen is on the floor and he's not moving anymore. So if you guys remember, when the Mexican died, the Mexican test subject, Dempsey came in. He was a replacement for that. And then you had the three test subjects were Nikolai, Dempsey, and Takeo. So when Origins Takeo is telling him to release the test subjects, he's actually talking about the old form of Dempsey, Nikolai, and Takeo. So that's kind of crazy. They're coexisting just because of the timeline that I'm going to explain to you guys in a couple of seconds. Because as you know, in our world, we can't like reverse time, we can't fast forward time, but in zombies you can go backwards. There's literally like multiple universes all into one, and people think that zombies is almost over. Like people were talking about how it's not gonna be in Black Ops 3, and from the looks of it, it's just starting. Like there's gonna be so much more zombies. It seems like we're just getting into the storyline now, even though we had a lot previously. It seems like we're really getting more and more as we go on. So anyways, that's the log from the Mexican when he was killed, and then this is when Dempsey was brought in. You can see here, if you guys want, you can pause at any moment in the video and just read through these logs. And this is Dempsey's getting beat by Richtofen. I don't think this is when he was actually being brainwashed yet. So this is just him being held kind of as a prisoner type thing, and he's using him as a test subject right now, and Dempsey kind of knows what's going on, so he's pretty much trying to get away. And also he obviously doesn't like Richtofen, so he's pretty mad at Richtofen. And then if you go to the next log, this is the one that talks about Nikolai. I didn't get to see a log that talked about Takeo. Since he is Japanese, he's not actually Mexican, even though his Origins character looks pretty Mexican. He is not Mexican. And in this one, this is talking about the vodka that Nikolai, the old version of Nikolai, how he was always drunk and he was always talking about vodka. This is why, because they injected him with a new serum made primarily from vodka, and then it talks about a breakthrough in the blank. So, from Origins, Nikolai wasn't drunk, and he was actually pretty intelligent. Just going through some of his quotes, he was pretty intelligent, and he wasn't like drunk at all. He doesn't talk about vodka once, I don't think. And then they gave him a new serum made primarily from vodka, and all of a sudden his life just starts depending on it, and he pretty much becomes an alcoholic because literally he just depends on vodka to do anything in zombies. So it's kind of crazy. I never really looked at these tapes, and I guess now's a really good time to look at them, just talking about the subjects in this. And there's just so many things that we haven't figured out yet, and there's so many things to talk about. I guarantee you I'm going to look back at this video and I'm going to be like, wow, why didn't I talk about this or that? And also, going to this, this is the timeline graph right here. Again, subscribe to Rad since 27. He made this. That's his logo in the background. But anyways, as you can see in the middle, you have the first universe, and that's pretty much just from Knocked all the way through to Buried, and that's not including Mob of the Dead, Origins, or Shadow of Evil. And Then you've got the second universe, which is Mob of the Dead, Shadow of Evil. We're not 100% sure how those are linked yet. We're gonna have to wait and see how those are linked. And you've got like pretty much the same theme between both of those, like the more of a what's it called? I can't think of the name for it. It's like a theme. I can't think of the name right now, and it's making me kind of mad that I can't think about it. But anyways, then you've got the third universe, which is Origins, which you learn at the end of the Easter egg that it was all just like Samantha and Eddie, because that was Richtofen. They were just playing with toys, and then at the end, Maxis says, or no, Samantha says, "My dad has a plan," which is Maxis, and maybe when they go downstairs, it's that it's actually real. And if you remember at the end of the Origins Easter egg, the people teleport. So maybe while they were playing with their toys, playing Origins with their toys, Origins was actually happening in real life. Now, guys, I know this is going to get really confusing, but try to understand this to your greatest abilities. This is going to get really confusing. But what if Origins was happening along with that, and at the end when they teleported into Doris again. And so that leads me to believe that Doris and Origins were happening at the same time, or rather, that Richtofen was operating on the three test subjects, Takio, Nikolai, and Dempsey, while the other four characters, or the other four, I mean, I guess they're not really subjects, the other four, the Origins four, they were off battling in the snow of Germany, when technically, I think they're both in Germany. I'm pretty sure Doris is in Berlin as well. I don't remember exactly where Origins was. I'd have to look back at that. But anyways, when they teleport, you see them all come in from different spots, and you've got three different teleporters from Doris, and then you've got the mainframe. So originally, on the first time they went to Doris with the old test subjects, they spawned it on the mainframe, and they teleported there. If you remember, every single time you started a game, you'd come in from like a teleporter and land on the mainframe. So they pretty much did what Star Wars did, I guess, in a way. Like how they went 3, 4, 5. They kind of went with the end of the storyline first. Like it wasn't really the end. I mean, I guess they technically did, because Buried is like they haven't gone past Buried yet. They've just rewound, went with Origins, and now they're going back through and they're rewriting history. That's wow, I didn't know that was that hard to say. But they're rewriting history, and they're going back into Doris, and they're literally just rewriting history. It's crazy, and it's even confused me a lot. But if you think about it, maybe we get a new spawn on the Giant, and we spawn in that room where if you went through where the trench gun is, and you went to the left, and that teleporter right there, that's where the trailer takes place, and maybe that's where the spawn is, because you can see in the trailer that is where that teleporter is, where everything happens, and it's kind of it's so crazy. Like maybe we start there, and I don't know, because there's three other teleporters, including the mainframe, and maybe that's where the other three came from into the giant trailer. And you see Nazi Richtofen, he opens up the teleporter, and the Origins Richtofen comes out, and he's like so angry he can't stand Nazi Richtofen, so he shoots him, and that's literally like history. Just like how does it happen? Because you got Richtofen, you had all those four, and really the only explanation is just time traveling. With Nazi Richtofen dead, you can't actually go through the storyline that we've been playing through this whole entire time. So with Nazi Richtofen dead, we are literally rewriting history with time traveling, went back, shot Nazi Richtofen, and who knows, maybe it stops Buried in the moon missiles, maybe it stops all that from happening. But still, Samantha is in control, and we'll see what Treyarch can do from here on out. And also, if you guys saw the Shadow of Evil trailer, which is on the second universe, you saw that there is like maybe this is a little far-fetched and probably not very likely at all, but just maybe one of the characters is that Mexican test subject, because I don't know, it's just maybe, like there's so many possibilities. And Mob of the Dead, I don't think anyone was Mexican, pretty sure they're all Americans. But I'm kind of interested to see how the second universe is going to tie in with the first and third universes. It's really just honestly crazy. And there's just so many things that I want to talk about, but I don't even know what to talk about now. It's just so crazy. And you also see on the first universe, you have Ascension and 5 happening at the same time. You have Nuketown and Moon happening at the same time. And it's honestly just crazy to be able to look back at all these things and just see how crazy this timeline is getting. And I don't know, there's just so much left to figure out. But anyways, guys, if you have anything you want to tell me, leave those down in the comments below. And also like the video, subscribe to myself and RadAustin's27. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it, and I'll see you guys later. Have a great day, and goodbye.